Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Blackhammer 2021. It's been a while, it's been a long time, but I'm here to make WWE Clash in the Castle preview and predictions. I will go through all the matches on the card and give my predictions and my thoughts. I will do a review on Saturday um, on the Clash in the Castle show in Cardiff, Wales. I think it might be a 3 hour, it might be a 3.5 hour show. I believe there's like 6 or 7 matches on the card. So I will go through that right now. Also, I will talk about Monday Night Raw that happened last night. These are the matches that happened last night on Raw. These were the matches. I will go through it. I will talk about Dexter Lumis, Johnny Gargano. We know that last week he made his return. Last week on Monday Night Raw, he's gonna be in this feud with Austin Theory. Now, there have been reports from Fightful, from JD, from Denise Salcedo. They did say that Austin Theory will go back to Austin Theory on the main roster, and Riddle, he go back to Matt Riddle on the main roster, because Triple H, Paul Levesque, is in charge of creative. He's in charge of WWE, in charge of creative, so we can give them their real name back. Also, there is some talk about WWE bringing back Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman to the main roster. There's a major talk about that. Bronson Reed, absolutely, but I'm not sure about Braun Strowman. And now I can review this show. The way how Raw opened last night was, we had a great segment with Judgment Day and Ez. Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, they beat AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler. It was pretty good. It was a decent match. The crowd was out of it. The crowd was dead. Now, my opinion, to me, this may have been the worst Raw so far under Triple H's running creative. Raw wasn't that good. Some matches were good, some of them weren't. The crowd was dead. They were out of it. There was no energy from the crowd at all. There was no energy at all. So, yeah. So, yeah. I thought the map was pretty good. Judgment Day wins. And then, as they're about to leave the ring, Ez comes out in a truck. The crowd popped for Ez. Ez is over as a babyface. They popped so hard for Ez. Ez came out, he said some things about Judgment Day. And then they were attacked by the Mysterios, by Ray and Dominic. So this entire storyline, this entire feud, it's telling something. Is Dominic going to turn on his father and join Judgment Day? I don't know. We got a glimpse of it, because there was a part where Dominic had a chance to hit Rhea with the candlestick, but didn't. He let Rhea take the candlestick from him, and then they backed off, and that was it.
Tag team action underway with Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles. Then across from them we...
So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Yeah, so as I was saying, so the next match was the Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits. The match just wasn't that bad. I just didn't care. Nobody did. This match was a rematch. The match was a rematch. We've seen it like 100 times on Raw this year and last year. So, yeah. Now, the other big reaction that we got was Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle returned. The best thing was this great segment with Chad Gable and Kurt Angle and Otis. It was actually pretty good. The tag team match was alright. They did add some stakes to where if Otis and Gable beat the Street Profits, then Kurt Angle had to join the Alpha Academy. Obviously, it was pretty predictable. Obviously, the Street Profits won. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Finn gets stopped in his tracks. He's burying elbows in the midsection.
Yeah. So after that, wait, hold on. Let me finish this. Oh, whoops, my bad. And you know what? I think I'll talk about the other matches. There was a 6-woman tag where Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa, they beat some jobbers. I think these jobbers were also on AEW, and they were on WWE. The match went 3 minutes. It was a quick squash match. It was to get Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa ready for the match at Clash of the Castle. And I understand that, but we didn't really need it. And another thing, I'm not that interested in Bianca's title reign because she hadn't really done anything with it. It had not been that memorable because he's done nothing with it. Because the way how she's been booked. And all she did was feud with Becky Lynch the entire year. So, yeah. Alright, so after that, we did have Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. It was alright. The story in this match was Dexter Lumis. The story was Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis came out. He caught The Miz the match against Bobby Lashley. Yeah. So yeah. So after that match was over, The Miz went in his car, and Dexter Lumis was in the back in his car. I'm surprised he didn't say buckle up, Miz. I don't know what Dexter Lumis has against The Miz, but that's gonna be a feud. It might lead to Ciampa and Lumis, hopefully, because that is a good match. Because that is a good match.
Nicely there. Rocked his opponent. And now the gears are really turning for Balor.
Because that is a good match. So yeah. So Bobby Lashley beat The Miz. The Miz looked really dumb and really stupid. Dexter Lumis was in the crowd. He came out looking at him. The Miz told Ciampa go get him. Ciampa didn't see it. But when Ciampa looked at the crowd, Lumis was gone. And Bobby Lashley came behind, put The Miz in the hurt lock, and The Miz tapped out. And then later on in the show, The Miz went in the car drove out of the arena while Dexter Lumis was in the back of the car, looking at him. So I'm sure he's going to adopt the Miz again. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. This Dexter Lumis is getting interesting. Hopefully it'll lead to Lumis and Ciampa. I hope that does. Alright, so the other thing I want to talk about was the other best part about this show. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't a bad show. There was something good. The other thing I want to talk about is, yeah, we know that Kurt Angle, he also had a backstage scene with Ez, and about those signs that he was holding that said "You still suck," which I thought was funny. I mean, Ez pretty much fooled Kurt Angle again. So yeah, my other favorite part was the Usos and Sami Zayn segment with Kevin Owens. I love this segment. Finally, that we're getting this segment. The story tells it itself. We all know where it's leading to. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will face the Usos for those tag team titles, and they'll beat the Usos, because that's what's gonna happen. So the Usos and Sami Zayn come out. They said that that woman's gonna beat Drew at Clash in the Castle. Kevin Owens came out and said that woman still owes him one for having, last year when he got screwed by Heyman and Jey Uso. And Kevin Owens said that the Usos and Roman Reigns don't respect you, don't appreciate you. They think of you as a clown, which that is true. And this all leads into Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso, and I don't mind it. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so Kevin Owens, he beat Jey Uso. There was a part in the match where the Usos had Kevin Owens on the rope. Jimmy distracted the referee. They wanted Sami to hit Kevin Owens with the chair, but Sami didn't want to, and by the time it was too late, and the Usos got upset. Like, they said, whose side you on? The seeds are planted. It's all leading to Kevin Owens is gonna find some way to get Sami Zayn away from the bloodline and have him join him and face the Usos for the tag team title, because it makes sense. The Usos have no competition for a tag team title. There's no other tag team to fight the Usos and beat them. The Usos have went through everybody, and there's no one else. So yeah. So yeah. I can't wait. So yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it might take a while. It might be long-term booking. Maybe it's not gonna happen to Clash of the Castle. The Usos are not scheduled to be on Clash of the Castle. I don't think they can be there because it's close to Canada, and they can't go because of the DUI arrest. Maybe it happens at Dream Rules or Crown Jewels. Maybe it's probably gonna take a while. And I know a lot of people agree with me that the Usos should lose to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are best friends. They have great chemistry. They're great as a team. They never held the tag team titles. And I think it's time. Kevin Owens hadn't been champion in 5 years. Sami Zayn hadn't won a tag team title. So I hope it leads to that. I hope so. Now, I already talked about Bobby Lashley and The Miz, so I'm not gonna go through that again. The other thing I want to talk about, and this is what I wanted to end the show. The main event was the women tag team tournament. We had yeah, we had Io Sky and Dakota Kai versus Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. This match was terrible. This match sucked. I think the match went like what 10 minutes. The crowd was out of it. It wasn't a good match. We all know the tournament had been a failure. Nobody gave a shit about the women's tag team title. They are paperweight. They are worthless because these titles are terrible. The match wasn't that good. I don't understand it.
And one more for good measure. The Miz has proven to be an expert when it comes to cheap tricks and underhanded tactics. How do you counter that?
So yeah. The match was terrible. I don't know if it was planned. A lot of people thought the ending was botched. It was a mistake. I think it might have been. And maybe that they might do a rematch. It might play in the story. So yeah.
Stiff forearm shot. Makes him pay with a counter. Oh, look at the kicks.
So yeah. I think
He's got him in the crosshairs.
alright, come on.
Lift off. Had Miz's playbook scouted. Keeping in close quarters, and look at these lefts.
So yeah.
Ruthless attack. Such aggression. Counter. And now there's an opening. Took him out at the knee. Uh-oh. Oh, the power, the strength of...
How the hell did he reverse that?
Clothesline. So effective. Trampling the opposition.
Okay.
The stop
Okay, so as I was saying, I think we all know that Aaliyah is terrible. Aaliyah trash.
retaliates.
In that tag team match, it was just awful, man. It was just really awful. I mean, like Raquel Rodriguez, Smiley, Gonzalez, her and Aaliyah won the tag team titles. Now there are rumors that Sasha and Banks and Naomi were going to return. Some people thought they were going to return tonight. Well, that didn't happen. They did not return tonight at all. They were nowhere to be found. They weren't on the show. The show was just plain and generic and kind of lame, really. Now we all know that the women's tag team title don't mean anything. We know the tournament was a waste and it was a failure. I don't know why we had this tournament and why should anyone care about it. I thought the one people lost. I thought the one people won.
That's Lashley obliterating the opposition. But no ambush needed, just a face-to-face beatdown. Cinching in the hurt lock. Lashley's got it locked in. Hurt lock is in. I think Miz is gonna
Yeah, so yeah.
Full Nelson locked in pretty good here. Oh, look at the power. That's tremendous power. He gets the break.
So yeah.
Nice amateur take.
So yeah.
He's getting pushed up.
There's not much to go on it.
This is where endurance
Also, I want to let you guys know that tonight NXT comes on. I think I will watch it because it's supposed to be a big show. Titles are on the line. They will unify the titles. And yeah.
The figure of four is locked in. I have no idea how he hasn't tapped out yet. All the heart, all his
So yeah.
put to the test. I think this is the beginning.
So
Nope, not so fast.
yeah. I think that's about it. Not much on Monday Night Raw.
Big
There really wasn't really that much to talk about. There were like 5 matches that were really important to talk about, and that was it. Well, this show doesn't have a world title. There's not really a tag team feud going on. It's mostly about the woman and the secondary feuds. The other thing I want to talk about that was also my favorite on this show was Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. We know that Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle had a great segment. They had a great promo, and I think Seth Rollins, he also dropped the F-bomb. Yeah.
It's been a hard-hitting affair here tonight. These competitors are going to have trouble walking on their own after this one. He's ejected from the ring.
So yeah.
Illegal, so hopefully this will be a short trip outside. Oh, left right to the liver. Fighting back against Miz. Re-enters under the ropes.
Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. Alright, you know, I think I said everything about Monday Night Raw. I said everything. I went through a show, and I also said Sasha and Naomi might come back. They will come back. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed will probably come back to the company. Now I got that out the way. I can now go to my predictions and go through the entire pay-per-view of Clash of the Castle. We know that Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai versus we know that Dakota Kai, Io Shirai, and Bayley versus Bianca Belair versus Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka in a 6-woman tag at the pay-per-view in Clash of the Castle. Should be a good match. Should be decent. Nothing special. I don't know who's gonna win here. Maybe Bayley and her team Control might win. I don't know. They might win. I'm not sure. I mean, it's important to keep Bianca strong. Now, I'm sure that I think Bayley's Fast and Control might win. They might pin either Asuka or Alexa. Or maybe Bianca and her team might win. I don't know. It should be a decent match. I don't really care about it. It shouldn't be on the pay-per-view. But it's only on the pay-per-view because they don't want to rush Bianca and Bayley just yet. It's too soon, too early. They're going to take their time and build long-term booking. Same thing with Dakota and Io. I think at the next pay-per-view, I think we'll see Bianca defend her title against one of those girls. And hopefully her title reign gets interesting.
I don't use this word lightly, but
so yeah.
Just look at the relentless brutality of his attacks lately, all of which are clearly intended to cause his opponent serious injury. It's frankly a little scary. I think that's the whole idea, Cole.
So yeah.
And he aims to win that respect through fear. Jay wants to see his opponent cower before to the sky. He misses the target. Short flight, but a rough landing. Devastating kick. Was ready for that. Chop block. Brilliant.
So yeah.
Owens was scouted there.
So alright.
How insulting is that?
As I was saying. So as I was saying, really.
He saw it coming, taking advantage. Super kick. Stomping down. Kevin Owens is a battle-tested superstar with plenty of in-ring experience, but what's it going to take for him to get the win here? We know from KO's past matches.
And I'm like, okay.
He's capable of some truly brutal attacks. I think
so after that, we do have the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio and Edge. And the big story in this match, will Dominic turn on his father? Will he join the Judgment Day? And maybe he'll be a sidekick of Rhea Ripley? I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But I'm curious how that match is going to be worked. And those are the two, like, not the matches, really. Up next, we do have Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle. Should be a good match. I think this match might be match of the night. This is the first time I'm getting these two in the ring. It should be a good match. The build have been great. The brawls have been phenomenal. The promo work last night on Raw was fantastic. I love when Seth dropped the F-bomb. And then they had that brawl outside of the arena on Raw. It should be pretty good. So, yeah. So, I can't wait. I think Seth Rollins might win. Or maybe Riddle might win, I'm not sure. Because Seth Rollins did say he wants to fight Roman Reigns. He said that a few weeks ago. Don't know if he will or not. The other match, we have Liv Morgan defending the Smackdown Women's title against Shayna Baszler. This should be a squash match. I don't think the match is going to be that good. Maybe it will be. But Shayna Baszler should walk out champion. Liv Morgan is not believable in fighting and beating Shayna Baszler. Especially with the way how she's been booked the last few weeks. And especially under the Triple H era. So I think Liv Morgan going to lose, or Ronda going to get involved and cause a no DQ to make it a triple threat match, and then Shayna might win it, and then we can get Ronda and Shayna. Maybe, I don't know. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, obviously I want Shayna Baszler to win. Liv Morgan might win off of some dirty tactic. Liv Morgan has been getting heel heat. She's been getting boos. She's not good at the babyface. She's terrible. Her title win is lackluster. She didn't win clean at Money in the Bank. She didn't beat Ronda Rousey clean. She clearly tapped out. There's no way she's going to beat Shayna Baszler. There will be a screwy finish. She's not going to beat Shayna Baszler clean. And if she loses, then that's it. She's done. And I said it before, Morgan is a transitional champion. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the next match is, one match that I'm looking forward to. Sheamus versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Champion. This should be a great match. The build have been pretty good. Sheamus had some great matches. Sheamus had done everything. Gunther had been booked perfectly. He's been booked brilliant ever since he came to main roster, even under Vince McMahon, and now under Triple H. I love it. Walter has been booked phenomenal. I think Walter will win. I'm not sure if Sheamus is going to win the title yet. I know Sheamus has never won the IC title, and he wanted to win it, but I don't think so. I think we should give Walter a longer title reign. Give Gunther a little bit longer title reign before he loses it. I think that makes sense. It should be a good match. The brawl that they had last week was great. I love the stare down last week on Smackdown. It was great. Like, this is also in Gunther's hometown. So, yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. I think, yeah, so Gunther obviously gonna win that. Was there another match that I was looking at? Actually, I don't know. But anyway, as I was saying, and finally, the main event of the show, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed Universal Champion. This one kind of tough to pick. Obviously, Roman Reigns should win. I think that Drew McIntyre will get screwed by Karrion Kross, based on the promos of Karrion Kross and what he's been doing to Drew McIntyre, and I think it makes sense. Karrion Kross is gonna interfere in the match and he's gonna cost Drew McIntyre. I don't see Drew McIntyre losing clean. There's no way that Roman's gonna lose clean, and it wouldn't make any sense. It just would not make any sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. I mean, like, I think Roman Reigns will retain. He will beat Drew McIntyre. But I can't see Drew McIntyre losing in his hometown. That was phenomenal. We're talking about Drew McIntyre and his life, him being in WWE for so long, him being fired to fight his way back to the company. And Drew McIntyre, last time he was a champion in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah. So, yeah. So I think that's it. I think I reviewed everything. I went through everything about Monday Night Raw and superstars that may come back. There's more that Triple H will bring back to the company. And I went through the entire previews of Clash in the Castle that will happen on Saturday. And like I said, I will do a review. I will. Well, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with more until next time.